Hello and welcome back to God Lives Within. What is today? Tuesday, July 9th or 10th, 2024. Just got done mowing the grass. Was in heavy meditation, or what I think or would call is channeling. Was channeling from my higher self. I guess you would describe it as how I'm going to help others, how I'm going to affect the changes that are going to happen, and just kind of reprogramming of my subconscious. It's the only way I can describe it. Those were the general direction of the energy that was coming through me, because I wasn't consciously thinking of these things. They were just flowing the whole time. The whole hour I was cutting, it was just coming out. If I had pressed record, it would have been exactly what someone needed to hear. But anyway, so this talk will be on the ways humans can and do receive energy, steal energy, manipulate for energy, and then ultimately learn how to receive the energy from God, from the cosmos, from Mother Earth. This topic is covered in the Celestine Prophecy. I believe it's Insight 7. I'm not sure of the exact number, but either way, you will see these 4 control dramas played out in your world. I've already been looking. It's there. It's very obvious. There's only 4 of them. 2 of them are ways to obtain energy. On the other 2 types that are the result of the way that these first 2 treated the second 2. So it's a reaction to the manipulation for energy that they're suffering from unconsciously. Beings aren't aware that they are doing this. So the first kind of control drama is the intimidator. Something that was a part of my upbringing. My parents were the next kind of control drama, but they were also intimidators. The kind that yells and kind of cuts people down with words, would rather tear you down with words than build you up. The kind that can totally demoralize you to make you feel worthless in order to become subservient to their energy needs. This is called the intimidator. You will see it in people who are trying to control little children and tell them what to do, especially when they're acting bad, but also when they're acting good, because they're operating from their ego mind and not letting the child have free will on its own. And we are meant to guide and teach, but we are not meant to make decisions for the innocent, for they have their own path in life. And so the intimidator, from the way he treats the one he is intimidating, creates a poor me control drama. The way this individual who is being mistreated by the intimidator receives energy is to then act out their control drama, which is poor me, why me, the world is treating me this way, everything is going against me, my entire school is against me, this person is against me. All these things that the ego mind will tell you is the poor me. It is trying to get energy from the other being, especially that one that intimidated, but as a result of learning this control drama and therefore implementing it in their entire life, this is what program runs constantly when they are trying to receive energy. My mother is a perfect example of this. She has received this poor me control drama in her past from her upbringing. She has also learned the intimidator drama from her upbringing, as well as another drama that we're going to cover next, the interrogator. For now, the poor me, like I said, receives this energy by creating this drama, this cry out for help when they are trying to interact with others, when they are trying to receive energy, when they're trying to fill their energy up that is depleted from the intimidator that just stole the energy away from them. So the intimidator receives its energy from stealing it from others. The poor me receives its energy from crying out to others in the world for help, for consolence. You get the point of the picture. Those are two of your control dramas, intimidator and the poor me. Now the other two that correlate with one another are the interrogator and the aloof dramas. So you have intimidator and interrogator. Usually the parental figures will employ these types of behaviors to control the behaviors of their children, and even in other cases of their siblings and parents. Because I forgot to go back for a second. The intimidator damages the poor me drama so bad that they create the intimidator in the poor me drama. So they are perpetuating the cycle over and over, because this is what will be taught to the next children, to the next child of that that aloof, that of that poor me now intimidator. They create a poor me that will become an intimidator. It's constantly perpetuating itself. So now on to the interrogator. The interrogator is like it sounds. They shoot a barrage of questions at you constantly in order for you to pay attention to them, to receive energy from you. My parents were both interrogators, causing me to become doubly aloof and slightly poor me-ish, because they were also intimidators. When they couldn't control me, they became intimidators, is what it comes down to. They should have never been trying to control me in the first place, is what it comes down to. But they learn these ways of obtaining energy from their parents, therefore they know not what they do. Okay, so the interrogator is constantly asking you questions. What did that cause me to do as a victim of the interrogator's strategy to gain energy? I became aloof with double interrogator parents, I became double aloof. Now, what does that mean? I disconnect from them talking, from my surroundings, and I go within to myself, creating a kind of scenario in my head to manipulate for energy, because I have to have energy to survive. So what's this scenario look like? I'm gonna be so aloof and not talk to them for so long that they understand that there's a problem, that they did something wrong, that I'm pissed, whatever you want to say. Therefore, they turn to me in sympathy and show me love and energy and give me energy. This is the kind of scenario the aloof drama creates. In whatever way it comes at you, they then formulate the way they are going to manipulate for energy. So the cycle continues. They then birth a new child, and if they are unaware that they are an aloof, they then become an interrogator. These are the 4 dramas, control dramas, that are causing problems in the dynamics of the familial structure, the familiar power balance, we'll say. Everyone allowed to live and thrive and go after their divine purpose, follow their intuition, and not be mistreated or lied to or manipulated for energy. People are unconscious that they are doing this. The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield explains it way better than I have. I did a book review on it. This will be in a folder in the, what do they call it, playlist of the Celestine Prophecy. This is how all future videos about the Celestine Prophecy will be. Just talks on the points in the side of the book, on the meanings of the insights from my perspective, from my experience. Therefore, helping you to understand the insights, the meanings, how to build energy, how to keep your energy, how to recognize these control dramas and stop them from generationally happening over and over and over. Until you're aware this is not possible, I'm sorry. You always revert back to your control drama. I see mine or hear mine and my mom every time I talk to her. Constantly talking about her health, how bad it is, crying out for help. But it's a poor me control drama she's doing over and over and over to obtain energy, to survive, to feel better. Now, it's important for each human being to understand this, because you can't go around if everyone was aware, everyone would receive their energy from the universe and wouldn't manipulate, steal, and harm others for their energy. So the awareness of this is key, is what I'm trying to say. It's only 4 control dramas, therefore not too much to comprehend. But until you comprehend, you will repeat them over and over and over. You will teach your children to do the same thing. You will perpetuate the generational curse that is upon you, and actually ancestral curse that is upon you. This has been going on for a long time. So, what do I mean by get your energy from the universe? So, for instance, what I do. If I'm at the beach, hey, I'll be laying out on the beach, at the beach, during the mornings, the good sun hours, from 9 to probably 1 o'clock. I'll be laying on the beach. Now, grounding in the sand, listening to the waves, admiring the beauty, taking it in through my eyes, through my breath, through the sounds, through the rhythm that is Mother Nature, that is life itself, through the joy in the birds and the beauty in the waves and the way the sunlight shines off the sea, and the beautiful sunset that is unavoidable when you go to the beach. The way the clouds are formed that day, the way the dolphins ran in schools right in front of you. There's countless ways to be in appreciation, gratification, and admiration for the beauty that is in front of you. So nature is the way I do it. Probably the best, I love the beach the most, but probably the best energy you're going to feel is up on the mountains. Not probably, it is. I had one Kundalini experience up on the mountain. Due to poor health, I had to come down. I wasn't able to stay up there very long. It was pure magic. Trying to remember the location of my first, but I don't. So anyway, I was up on the mountain. I just pulled off on the side of the road, parked my car, rolled the windows down, and turned the music up to some Billy Strings. People were stopping and commenting on how much they loved the music. One lady came over, sat down, left her husband, sat down, started talking. All while I'm taking in the clouds that are hanging low on the mountains. The sun is being shaded so it's not too hot. The mountains are absolutely gorgeous. And in my mystical state, in this Kundalini rising energy, this Christ consciousness, you can feel the oneness coming in, the energy coming in of all things. A universal energy so powerful and encompasses all things. It is the ether flowing through the air, the quantum grid from source, connecting all things. So if you want to know the best way to obtain energy, that's it. Now, you can have a Zen garden at home, with koi ponds and some ambient music playing and spotlights for the night and hanging, whatever those hanging lights are called, on a trellis above you while you meditate and take in the beauty of the yard and the earth with your feet on the ground, grounding, doing breath work to breathe it in and breath work to breathe it out, back to where it came from, the natural flow, the yin and the yang. That is the air we breathe, the beings we are, the God we serve, that is inside of all of us, waiting to be tapped into, waiting to be resurrected. If you want to know the truth of what resurrection means, This Kundalini resurrection is what Jesus was really talking about. Going inside the tomb for 3 days and 3 nights in meditation, raising his Kundalini for a resurrection. A divine joining of his soul to God's soul, bringing in source energy to the earth plane. Frequency so high, a frequency so magnetic that those that witness can't turn away from it. They're drawn to it because it is a magnet. The energy is so powerful, so wonderful, so celestial, that no man would ever want anything else in life. It's what I've been fighting to get to this whole time. It's what these demons are blocking me from. These witches and warlocks, this Queen of Wands in reverse, this low priestess that is the scum of the earth. It's what they're trying to stop me from. See, there's 2 ways to raise this Kundalini energy. Inside of yourself or with a partner. This Kundalini energy is a male and a female energy that runs up your vertebrae, the 33 vertebrae of your spine, to join at the top when you raise your Kundalini energy to your pineal gland, which there illuminates your crown, the real corona, the Chronos, your crown, which is the crown chakra, which is by far the most powerful chakra, for it is the final step to illumination, the embodiment of the Christ within, Christ consciousness, Sophia Christ consciousness, one and the same. Sophia being our Holy Mother, and Jesus, Christ consciousness, are joined. They are the same. They have become the same when Jesus came to earth to do that. Jesus has come to earth in many different forms, and his name really wasn't even Jesus. His name was Master Sananda. His earth name may be Yeshua. But this soul has had many incarnations on this earth plane and is an ascended master of the Most High Council. Now, who was Jesus' twin flame, Miss Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, the one who was called a whore in your Bible, which is a lie. So how many more lies are inside of that Bible that the enemy has corrupted? You must use discernment, people, and what is the truth and what is a lie. Now back to Kundalini awakening through your partner. Sexual tantric energy raises your Kundalini energy up your spine, up to 33 vertebrae. Why did Jesus die at 33? Because there's 33 vertebrae. That's when he became whole. When he rose the Kundalini up the vertebrae, up to his head, is when he resurrected. So, this is a male and female energy running through your body that, when it rises all the way through your body, the oil of gladness is what is called. The Christos is what is called in other traditions. The Kundalini is what it's called. But ultimately, is Christ consciousness. It's this perfect sexual energy that rises through your spine, to your head, up into heaven, where you find heaven on earth, not in the sky. You're able to embody your divine purpose, your divine self on the earth plane, realizing that you are immortal, eternal, one with God, what we all want to be. We just don't know how to get there. And the path is easier than you think. One of the ways is through sacred sex, tantric sex with your divine partner. Not running around having sex with all kinds of people. With a divine partner you are in love with. And the sexual act brings about a chemical reaction called the Kundalini awakening, causing Christ consciousness, causing Sophia Christ consciousness, a connection to all that is, a connection to the divine, a superpower most people would see, but a divine birthright we were all given and should all receive. It has been hidden from you for centuries. It is coming online right now for you, for all to see. It is spread across the globe in every tradition and every religious text. It is right there for your eyes to see when you know what to see. When you're in the right frequency. So frequency, let's break down that word. Free, Q being the 17th letter of the alphabet, the symbol for Christ consciousness. Free, Q, and C. Right there, inside of that word, is everything you need to know to ascend and embody your divine blueprint, genome, purpose for walking this earth. It is all a grand design, unlike any other. There's never been a more beautiful design than this. Going through it, your ego mind is not only going to fight it, but is going to hate it, because you are destroying it. You're taking away its power. What do you think it's going to do? How do you think it's going to react? This whole war that's going on, this whole COVID that's going on, has all been for you. The spiritual war that most people don't see is the angels fighting for you to know this information. How do I know this? Because we all were given a divine genome. This Christ consciousness, it is activated in your chromosomes that sit alongside your carbon-based chromosomes. And until you reach enlightenment, they lie dormant. And actually, along the way, different chromosomes are activated. You'll experience the changes in your body, hair growth, skin wrinkles disappearing, black eyes disappearing. Your health is basically being upgraded through your DNA. Your physical body and anatomy is being upgraded through your DNA. Your DNA, this crystalline Sophia Christ DNA also has the power to heal the deficiencies in your carbon-based DNA. So where you're having issues or dis-ease or problems, in all areas, this activation can fix. So that is it. Right as I look at the clock, it was 30 minutes and 0 and 3 seconds, meaning 33. The number, which is the master number, which is Jesus's master number. Which is symbolism in the Bible for the number of vertebrae up your spine that you have to raise your kundalini to become like Christ. Anyhow, this video is for you to understand what's going on in the manipulation for energy on a micro level, in your family level. You have the intimidator, the interrogator, the aloof, and the poor me dramas. You are all in one of those dramas until you stop these dramas from happening. When you do, you stop your children from having to experience these control dramas, and you teach them how to obtain their energy from source, from all things. You teach them how to see the beauty and the oneness and the connection in all things. And while we are all souls having a human experience on a divine mission, which some will get to in this lifetime, others will get to in the next lifetime, and some of you will get to it down the line at your own pace, which is fine. Everything is as it should be and always will be. That is it for this video. I've gone on too long. I'm trying to get on below 30 minutes. Really 15 would be perfect. But there's just so much I'm not even covering when I meditate that comes out. So much came out on the ride home. Would ride by a place called Tuskegee and ask my aunt, you know about those experiments? And how about that for humankind? How did we do on that one? You know, this is where the ego, the Canaanites have led us into a very dark place where things like the Tuskegee experiment are possible. And I'm just going to leave it at that, but many other way darker things have happened as well, to children a lot of the times. And so we got to ask ourselves at some point, is this what we want? Are these the leaders we want, who are stealing our money, who are taxing you into financial bankruptcy? Who are leaving our veterans to suffer on the streets while they hand $2,200 to a Ukrainian refugee, who are telling you that they're not going to be able to afford Social Security for much longer, while they hand out thousands of dollars to each refugee to enter your country? Is this the leadership you desire at this point in time, while you're becoming almost bankrupt? Leaders that keep sending money for wars to devalue your dollar, to further enslave you, while telling you pretty lies that put its spells over your body, over your mind, and over your soul. Is this the leadership you want? God is going to offer a different way. But the question is, inside of you, have you done the work to repair you, to help fix the world? See, that's the point we're at now. The world is sick. Not only the world, the earth is sick. Human beings are sick to the point of suicide. Is this the leadership we need? Why are we allowing these people to tell us what to do when you are a sovereign creator alongside the one and only creator God? Why do you allow a preacher in between you to teach you dogma, to keep you stuck in sin? You're a divine being. Once you live in the right hemisphere, there is no sin. And you know there is no hell you're going to. You come from source, from God. You're going to tell me I'm going to hell? Well, we'll see who goes to hell. We'll just see, Mr. Preacher. Especially you Catholic ones. We'll see who goes to hell. See, I came to save the children, the ones you have been can't go any deeper into that. But find out what those red shoes are these Catholic Roman priests are wearing. Once you know that, you'll know exactly what they've been up to all these years. You'll know the Vatican's dirty little secret. Who hasn't helped a soul on this planet, only enslaved souls. Yet they're plastered on your television. To rub in your face. Their power over you. To further push you down into your poor me control drama. Into your reaching out for answers, for material gain. Further enslaving you to the beast system. You see it with the royals, they plaster on your television. You see it with the politicians. Whoever you see on that television is trying to block your divinity. For I have not heard this truth that I know on the television once. It's the only truth that exists. There's one true source God. There's one universe, one song that the 144,000 sing. It's the one I'm telling you right now. And I've told you every single video before this. Now, the frequency I've explained in the last video, this frequency you see from me is the King of Swords frequency. All fired up. This is not my normal energy. This is how the frequencies are flowing through me right now. This isn't my choice anymore, put it that way. I'm not thinking about what I'm coming on to talk about. Whatever comes out is being channeled from my higher self. For the greater good of all, and from Source itself. 11 times 11, 1111 equals, some say your soulmate, others say Christ consciousness. But it's basically a synchronicity you're going to see when you're reaching the end of enlightenment, when you're embodying your Christ consciousness. 1111 is a very powerful number. Soulmate and Christ consciousness or divine path number, yeah, very powerful. If you multiply 11 times 11, you get 121. If you multiply 111 by 111, you get 12321. Same thing if you multiply 1111 times 1111, you get 1234, 321. This means this number is a building block of the universe, a pyramid number. Basically a foundational number for the universe are these pyramid numbers. My first and last name equal out to the number 121. 44 being my first name, which also has the meaning of faith and hope. Same value in gematria. 77 being my last name. Same value as Christ. Together, 121. A part of the foundation, the foundational geometry of this earth. I come from Source. A direct descendant, an early descendant of Source. I'm on a path learning my exact soul's awareness. Identity wouldn't fit it because there's many of those. But ultimately, what my soul has learned, who my soul is, the depths of my soul. Let's put it that way. And I bring this up to show you how God works in numbers and synchronicities, but also to inspire you to want to go within to find out your true soul's divinity, where you've been before this, what you've done, how divine you really are. Unknowingly, the system has taught you otherwise, that you are a sinner and that you may go to hell. Both lies. Both control mechanisms, putting you in a poor me control drama. You see, no man knows your contract with God. No other man but you. So how do they know if you're going to go to hell or not? How do they know where you came from? What you were in your past life? What you are in the heavens? See, they don't even get to go to heaven unless they're living in their heart. They can say all the fancy words they want. Ultimately, if they don't know the ultimate truth, they're getting on that wheel of karma and coming right back around, right back to earth. There is no heaven until you ascend. That's the real purpose of heaven. So the demons can't get in. There's a program, you see, with a training school called Earth. And inside this Earth, there is another training school called the Matrix. And when you look at it this way, life becomes a whole lot easier. When you get on this path, I'm not even all the way through it. I still have people threatening me and telling me I need to get a job or else, I need to move on, yada, yada, yada. My manifestation's about to come in and shut all these people up and separate me to become the divine being I am in the heavens. Through this separation, through this untangling of programs, beliefs, and frequencies that don't belong to me, I will have the only connection that I need, my twin flame, Source, and the Ascended Masters. The rest of this nonsense is a kiddie school, a playground, where you people need to grow up. You need to do some research and listen to the right people. Stop putting people that are lying to you in between you and God. There will be much more on this topic, on this book, conversations on the Celestine prophecy. Because it's on the money, it's on the mark, it's spot on. It guides you and explains how the path works. Now Facebook, sorry to interrupt, Facebook is constantly sending me women's pictures that have hardly any clothes on. These aren't real people. This is the level that the Matrix will go to frustrate you, to anger you, to get you in the frequency of lust. This is the Matrix. And everything's a teaching moment inside of the Matrix. And so I will come on here and talk about anything I go through from here on out, as well as my testimony in the future. Probably testimony's going to be coming out in every video, but the entire testimony. For all the homeless, for all the drug addicts, for all those in suffering. My story is here to help you. It's not for me to run and hide from and not talk about. For what good would that be for the planet? That's what the enemy wants me to do. They want me to shut up and quit fighting. They want me to shut my mouth and not tell God's truth. They don't want you ascending. That's for sure. They want you as their slave. These videos will continue for the next 3 months, 2 a day. At which time there will be a new channel created that I'm going to let my divine counterpart take part in the whole conceptualization and implementation process, the creative process, because it's going to be her channel as well. And God says that we're going to make a perfect team on this mission. So I don't know even who she is yet. I'm not thinking about who she is at all. I'm just waiting for her to get here. Not expecting for it to be anytime in particular, or anytime soon, or anytime down the road. Don't know when it's going to be, don't care. Because right now, I've done the work. I've silenced the ego. I'm now living in purpose, therefore channeling from my higher self. And what happens when you do this? Your miracles come in. Some people don't need miracles. People like me do. See, the extenuating damage that I did to my record and to my life early on, due to walking the dark side, to understand not only the dark side, but those that are in need and suffering in the hoods of America. in the back alleyways, in the big cities. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are. People like me pay attention to you. Feel what you're feeling. Try to offer a light and a pathway out in every situation we encounter. It doesn't work a lot. Why doesn't it work a lot? A, the ego mind. B, the person's free will. That free will is usually corrupted by their ego mind. And they listen to that ego mind. It's their choice. That is it for this video. It's been a great video. But it's 51 minutes long now, and it's not too long, but it is for me. I'm sorry, guys. So, after almost, let's see how long it's been. After, feels like at least a year on this channel, we're almost to 50 subscribers. And I look around at other people feeding you lies, entertaining you, whatever it is. And I laugh because I'm going to keep going, like I just told you. 2 videos a day, eventually being at least a month ahead as far as videos rolling out daily, 2 a day, so that I can go on a vacation while you are all diving into your own divinity, learning your true self, pleasing my heart to see you others stepping in whatever way, to these truths, and eventually joining together in love for one another. See, this is what I came to bring to the earth. There's been many battles along this war, this spiritual war, and really it's only begun. But yeah, there's been battles we've already fought, we've already won, include saving another soul. I don't know what else to say other than that's what I came to earth for, to create heaven on earth, to show the way for that. Don't let the ego fight you and keep you away from yourself. You are all that ever was and ever will be, existing at the same exact time. But you're letting forces outside of you determine what that ego mind thinks and does and reacts to. When these external forces are low frequency or put you in a low frequency state, your energy is then harvested. You sign up to be a slave. So make the decision towards yourself. That is it for this video. I love you. God loves you more. Until next time, take care.